You hit your goals, you meet your deadlines, you get the promotion, and yet it feels like nothing changed. It should feel good, but it doesn't. The empty space between I did it and what's next, it's called the satisfaction gap. It's the gap between external success and internal fulfillment. Almost every high performer experiences it, but few understands why. Today, we are going to unpack the psychology behind this feeling. Why your brain resists satisfaction. How society trains you to mistake growth for meaning. And what science said about actually feeling fulfilled. Every time you accomplish something, your brain releases dopamine. It feels rewarding, but it's designed to fade quickly. Stanford neuroscientist Dr. Andrew explains that dopamine is not the chemical of pleasure, it's the chemical of pursuit. It motivates you to chase, not to rest. The moment you achieve something, dopamine drops, and your brain starts asking for the next target. That's why success feels good for a day and empty the next. You are not broken. You are wired for movement. But when that pursuit is constant, your brain loses its ability to feel joy and completion. That's what psychologists call hedonic adaptation. The more you achieve, the faster satisfaction reset. The solution is not to stop achieving. It's to train your brain to pause long enough to register the reward. Modern culture glorifies constant progress. We measure worth by output, not well-being. Harvard research shows that over 70% of professionals feel guilty when they rest. They equate stillness with laziness. I saw this in my own career. Working inside the Royal Court, leading national projects under Vision 2030, I believed stillness meant falling behind. Even in moments of success, I felt tense, waiting for the next crisis. That's not ambition. That's survival. Your body cannot distinguish between the pressure to succeed and the fear of failure. In both states, cortisol rises, your heart rate stays high, and your nervous system never resets. Over time, your baseline becomes stress. That's why silence feels uncomfortable and achievements feels fleeting. The ancient Greeks called it the hedonic treadmill. You run faster and faster just to stay in the same emotional place. Today, psychologists described it as the ambition paradox. The same mindset that creates success also erodes satisfaction. A study by Yale's Center of Emotional Intelligence finds that high achievements often mistakes anxiety for motivation. The body interprets stress as energy, and the mind labels it as drive. But over time, the cost shows up in sour ways. You lose creativity, you become impatient, you feel disconnected from your own achievements. True growth is not linear. It's alternate between expansion and integration. When you skip integration, you never feel the reward of progress. Fulfillment activates a different system in the brain. While dopamine is about chasing, serotonin is about contentment. Serotonin increases when you experience gratitude, mastery, and contribution. It's slower, steadier, and sustainable. That's why fulfillment practices work. They move your reward system from dopamine-driven chasing to serotonin-based satisfaction. Neuroscience called this neuroplastic recovery. You can train your brain to feel satisfied again. 3 things triggers serotonin: reflection on progress, acts of service or mentorship, mindful accomplishments, meaning completing one thing at a time. With presence, fulfillment is not emotional luck. It's biochemical design. Here is a framework I share with leaders who feel constantly unsatisfied. I call it the Align method. A, awareness. Name the pattern. Notice when achievements becomes anxiety. Ask yourself, am I chasing progress or peace right now? L, leverage. Redefine success metrics. Add emotional KPIs like presence, clarity, and calm to your goals. I, integration. After each milestone, take 10 minutes to process what it means. Celebrate the process, not just the results. G, gratitude and motion. Anchor every win to gratitude. Say out loud, I am grateful this worked because it gave me freedom, not pressure. N, neutral reset. End each workday by physically close your laptop and saying, this part of the day is complete. It signals closure to your brain. One practice consistently this framework, rewire satisfaction from something you chase to something you create. McKinsey's 2022 research on peak performance found that leaders who practice micro-recovery throughout the day increases long-term satisfaction by 47%. Micro-recovery means short, intentional pauses between tasks. Standing up, breathing, stretching, or simply acknowledging completion. It resets your nervous system and tells your body the threat is over. Over time, your brain learns that achievements can coexist with calm. That's sustainable success. Here is what I know. Ambition without awareness creates endless pursuit. Ambition with awareness creates peace. Satisfaction is not a reward for achievements. It's a skill built through awareness, gratitude, and rest. So ask yourself, am I measuring success by how much I do or by how deeply I feel it. Because satisfaction is not about stopping progress, it's about finally being present enough to experience it. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who cannot stop chasing the next thing. And remember, awareness is not the end of success. It's the beginning of fulfillment.